This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
All right, welcome to DBL. I'm Sam here with Jeff, Al, and Erica. We're going to do things a little differently today. Yes, we are. We're going to look back at some of the moments on the show that got us talking. One of the hot button issues recently has been cancel culture. It's got a lot of people on both sides up in arms, including some of us. Take a look. I think weeve lost discernment.
I don't think so, Sam. I think they're actually both wrong.
Okay, well, really? Okay, so I think that we've lost discernment in this country. I think it's important to cancel like the Harvey Weinsteins and the Matt Lauers who have a history and deserve it. I don't think that they have an avenue to redemption. However, that's an anomaly. That's a small percentage of people. The majority of people are somehow collateral damage in this cancel culture, and that's what I fear.
I'll just say this, and this is why I said that I believe my two lovely co-hosts are incorrect. I believe they're arguing a point that does not exist. I do not think cancel culture exists at all. Let's look at a case like Alex Jones. This is a human being that went on every platform that he could and told people that Sandy Hook was a hoax, and to the point where those parents of those murdered children were harassed to the point that some of the people that harassed him went to jail. He laid down on that point until he was hauled into court. Was he canceled for that?
Yes.
Last I checked, he was on Joe Rogan, he was on Joe Rogan, the largest platform in the world. There is nobody that doesn't have an audience that is not able to speak to them. There are too many avenues, guys. Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. You can find your audience all the time. Now, if we're just talking about the three major networks in 1984, you can be canceled. In 2021, it's impossible. You can talk right on your phone.
No, I disagree. Tell that to Kevin Hart, who lost his opportunity to host the Oscars. Right? And this is someone that many
Kevin Hart has 3 Netflix specials on this television right here, Sam. What are you talking about?
But Aziz Ansari lost
He's
many
on there right now.
Unfortunately, there's many people that see him as a homophobe when he has years later atoned for those remarks and has grown and evolved and apologized. At what point is he going to be able to earn the respect from those individuals?
Those people are never going to let him back in.
I think that there's a difference. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I definitely think there's a difference. But I agree with what you're saying. But who do we let back into society? We cancel people who could afford to be canceled, right? They have enough to stockpile that they don't need to go back on TV, or they don't want to go back on TV. We're canceling people. Are you canceling people at UPS? If I say something wrong on this show, I'm canceled. I don't have another outlet. I don't have a podcast to go to. I don't have a YouTube channel. Nobody wants to hear me talk. If we're canceling people for little minor things, it's getting out of control. Tanya Harding had Nancy Kerrigan hit with a pipe. We put her on Dancing with the Stars. Someone else says something that might have been racist or homophobic 20 years ago, and we want to take their livelihood away. It's like, where's the line? We're so all over the place on this subject. Nobody knows where the line is.
We're making it up as we go, Erica.
Right.
You're exactly right, Jeff. We're making this up. There's no rules.
There are more variables in this equation than there are constants, which means that there is no litmus test. Like, there isn't this is the penalty for this specific action. It almost comes down to a case-by-case basis.
That's why I led that by saying you have to have discernment with each case.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Way to pat yourself on the back.
I thought it was a good statement. I'm proud of it.
All right. So to get what you want in life, sometimes it can be costly, but is that my camera over there?
Oh my gosh.
Wait, is it this one or am I looking at this one? Because the red light's on over here.
You look like you're looking at the right camera.
Yeah, but I have to read off of here.
No, that's weird.
Go back to
where you were. Go back to where you were.
No, but I have to go to this camera. How if I go over here? Take it easy, everybody. We got it, okay? But what would you give up to travel? Turns out some of us are willing to give up a whole lot for that trip to Italy, like Sam. Take a look.
Giving up your partner, giving up your job. I want a vacation like the next guy. Giving up sex for a year is insanity to me for that.
I don't know. The truffles in Paris are pretty damn close.
Yeah, but what do you do when you go to Paris? You meet a guy, you meet a girl, you have sex in Paris. Yeah, that's what you do.
If you're with somebody.
Then you have even more so. You think I'm going to go to Paris with my wife and not have sex with her?
Have you tried the pasta?
Wow.
I think this segment is more about what's going on with Sam than people traveling.
Did you hear what Sam said? She said, hey, you tried the pasta in Italy, meaning she could do without the sex. She'd rather have the pasta out.
No.
What do you mean no? That's exactly what you meant.
Stop.
No.
This is a bigger issue. We don't have time. Sam is on this like, I'm not like a sexual being anymore. Sam, you are a young woman. You got to get over that. You got to get out there and start swinging again.
Said that. How dare you say that?
You imply it all the time with your pasta comments.
Well, I am still nursing my little one, and I do view, your body more like feeding tools.
Yes, feeding tools.
Yeah,
it's all
that
about
was
feeding.
really hot.
Feeding the baby,
right
feeding
there.
yourself.
Stop.
Okay, Al. Give me a couple months. Jeez, I have two tiny little ones at home. Just come on.
Pump the brakes, Al.
Jeez, coming up on DBL.
Go to Italy and not have any sex.
I'm looking out for Mark.
Mark's fine, trust me. Okay? I don't tell you everything on this show.
Yeah, there's my girl.
Some things I just think are better left unsaid.
But
you said that.
Yeah, you constantly say feeding tools. Yeah, it's
Maybe that's a way for me to keep my sex life private. Maybe it's a tactic that I do to try and just I do keep my sex life more private.
I feel like you're convincing yourself right now.
You can eat whatever you want. You can. That makes you feel better, Albert.
So now that the babies are a little bit older, are things back to normal?
Things have been back to normal.
All right.
But I do enjoy the pasta in Italy.
Is that code for something?
For Mark's sake, let's hope so.
Exactly.
Mark's fine, trust me. Okay, Erica, take it away.
Oh man, thank you for this opportunity. Working remote has a lot of benefits, and even here on DBL, some of us took advantage of appearing remotely from the comfort of our own home, like Al, who apparently was so hungry in the middle of a show, he cooked a steak.
Oh, yeah.
And I wish I was joking, but watch.
Okay, you have chimes going. Every time we go to you, there's something chiming in the background.
It's really annoying.
Distracting.
I made a steak and the timer won't stop going off.
Yeah, can you, while I talk to Jeff, can you go remove that timer, please?
You're
I'm gonna
making
talk about
a
Tim
steak
and then I'll
while
handle the
we're
timer.
on
Let's
the
hear from
air?
Jeff.
Go ahead,
The story's gone.
Go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, so I passed the second time, but never used it, and I believe Kim K will as well. You really got to take care of that, Al.
Why is Al making a steak in the middle of a show?
So unprofessional.
I'm hungry.
What?
That is
Seriously?
spent for
What
an hour.
temperature is it, Al? Is it medium rare? Because that thing has to be cooked five
It's
times
medium,
over.
and now it's gonna be a brick because I left it on the stove and it's covered, so there's no
You made
flavor
a
left in it. It's just like
stovetop steak in the middle of our show.
it was marinating and it was ready.
You work an hour a day, Al. You work an hour a day. We are still on live TV.
I was at home cooking. This is a real show. We keep it 100 here on DBL.
Are you even mic'd right now?
all the way over here?
Yeah, well, I live close.
Are you?
I want an on-air taste test right now.
I'm
Be
going to eat
honest.
it.
All right.
Hey, it's not overcooked.
I was worried about that.
You just
This
walked
is
over
so
here?
All right.
You didn't put any
weird.
foil wrap on it or nothing?
Well, it's back there in the tin. Erica?
Okay.
Speaking of food, Al, you know you have a 4-day-old breakfast sandwich in the wardrobe room?
I've been looking for that.
Yeah, it's there. It has your name on it, too.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. First of all, the steak is delicious. Thank you so much.
That's a win for Al, Jeff.
It's pretty good, buddy. I like it.
Yeah. Nothing
It's so
trumps.
warm.
Remember the oysters when he left the oysters on his desk for 2 days?
Dude, yes, I remember, because I
They
used to
were
sit
cooked.
next to you.
They were cooked oysters.
Yeah, they were Rockefeller, but they were there for 2 days.
And we used to have morning meetings before COVID at 7-ish in the morning, right back here behind us. And we would all be like, just got up, drinking our coffee. Albert would come in like 10 minutes late with baby back ribs.
Ribs and a giant bowl, and he just dumped salad in there. And today, and he's like,
Why did you have to throw the 10 minutes late in there? That's in the past. That's a pre-code.
the new Al Jackson's here.
Ma'am,
That's right.
wait
We gotta-
until our reunion in 25 years.
That's right.
How do we not have an Emmy?
Was it good though?
It was pretty good. I
it
can't
was
believe
good.
that was on television.
Yes, a little behind the scenes. That wasn't even the steak. That's the ridiculous part. I got the steak cooked in time. I got fancy, wanted to make a sriracha garlic butter sauce. So I put that in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then the show started. So that was the microwave with my fancy garlic butter sauce. But the steak was good. Sam, you seem disappointed.
I have so much to say.
Well, this is a talk show, so
We've come
now's
a
the
long
time.
way. We've come a long way to the days where, no joke, we have a mini fridge, like probably 20 feet from here. If I a year ago would have opened up that mini fridge, it would have cleared out this entire building. And we would have to like put masks on to figure out what the stench was in that fridge, and it would probably be like your 30-day-old salmon. It wasn't mine. Your 30-day-old salmon, or maybe some like.
You can't think of one other food.
Well, no, I was listening to the producer. There was many foods, from your old meat that would just almost kind of like change substances.
Your old meat.
I moved desks. I actually moved my desk because Al.
We work long hours. I'm a big dude. I gotta like keep eating.
Al's food was
You throw away your food if you're not going to eat it. That's all I'll say. Coming up on DBL, we look back at the unbelievable story about a model who chose to amputate both of her legs. But first, do you prefer sweet or savory snacks? What your choice says about you, coming up next.
DBL is your daytime destination.
Does this feel good?
This lifted my spirits.
We're chatting with the stars.
One of the highlights of my life.
To turn up the notch on that.
It's spectacular.
Thank you.
And talking about what everyone is talking about.
I want to set the record straight.
I feel like I'm going to offend somebody here.
I'm in so much trouble.
This is nonsense.
Al's not lying.
What?
Yes! Yes!
DBL is all new every day.
Welcome back to DBL. What do your snacks say about you? We'll take a look at our conversation answering that very question and the moment where Al ages himself with his candy of choice.
28.
So according to a recent survey, savory snackers are more likely to be social butterflies with their snacks, enjoying them with friends and families at parties, social events. Meantime, people who like sweets prefer to enjoy them during dates or while binging their favorite TV shows. Other details about sweet snackers include their favorite music is rap or hip hop. They also prefer comedic books, movies, and TV shows. And on the other hand, savory snackers are more likely to prefer blues, rock music, and they like historical fiction books and sci-fi movies and TV shows. So what are your thoughts? Do you agree with this? And what do you think your snacking says about you? If you were to pick any snack right now, what's your go-to?
A very salty chip.
Okay.
I'm a salty, and I will eat until I'm alone in the dark.
Okay. Super salty chips. What about you, Al?
See, I feel like this survey didn't take in the people that are hybrids, because I like.
I'm a hybrid.
Yeah, I like chocolate-covered pretzels. I love salty things with chocolate over them. So, but if I got to go one way, I definitely me and Mike and Ike's. I can't.
Mike and Ike's.
Yes, Mike and
That
Ike's.
aged you big time.
Look, Mike and Ike's are timeless.
I don't even know if teens today know what a Mike and Ike is.
Yeah, if you are
Well, you
someone
just called
under
them
400, write in and tell us if you know what a Mike and Ike is.
Yeah.
Please, Erica, everybody knows what a Mike and Ike is. Stop. It's like a Snickers. It's timeless.
And also, in Al's defense for Mike and Ike's, it also has like a very historical context and place in his heart. So that's important to say too. I would have already known Al's and Mike and Ike's. I've bought him a lot of Mike and Ike's.
Shout out to Mike and Ike's. Why are you hating on Mike and Ike's?
I'm not.
They're a connection to the past.
It is a connection. I remember one of the first things that I got Al was a whole thing of Mike and Ike's because he told me the story about his dad.
Yeah, but they're also like really good. But I'm glad you attacked him, Sam. Nope, too late.
That's a low blow.
Yeah, you don't like Mike and Ike's? That's the bigger.
I think Mike and Ike's are terrible. But
Sam, they're the
Do you
best.
like hot tamales? They were like Mike and Ike's cousin.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I love to put like 30 in my mouth and let it sizzle my tongue.
Oh, but Mike and Ike's are out of the question. But that's acceptable behavior.
Jeff does the same thing.
I do not do the same thing.
Yes, you do.
Don't try and get Jeff to co-sign that.
I put 30 hot tamales in my mouth.
No, you told me the other day that like if you have like a owie on, I have kids, an owie on your tongue, you'll do something to like make it hurt more.
Oh yeah, like if I have a bruise, I push it. That has nothing to do with Mike and
Yes,
Ike's.
it does.
Are we gonna let her get away with owie? Y'all good on
She
that?
said she put 30 hot tamales in
You
her mouth.
said if you had a sore tooth, you would.
What does it have to do with putting 30 in your mouth?
Because I like it when it sizzles the tongue. Okay. Anywho.
Did you have wine before the show?
I did have 2 green teas today, and I usually only have 1.
All right.
Why'd you try 30?
Wow.
Coming up on DBL, we look back at the life-altering surgeries that changed a model's life forever. She tells us how she's getting through it.
I'm a trained journalist. I've been doing this for 10 years, and I learned to extensively research. I've written a documentary. I describe myself as the host that will bring a fresh perspective to the panel. I think Tori and I might disagree.
Not a nice thing for the president to say.
Everyone's blowing out of proportion, but that's okay, because today we need that. DBL is a creative, fun, and fast-paced type of show. Who wouldn't want to be at DBL? I'm looking forward to joining the panel and getting into some fun, interesting, and intense conversations. But it's important today. We need to agree to disagree and have the dialogue. A lot of people watch TV and say, how am I represented? DBL is the answer to that question. I'm Lindsay Granger, and I hope to be your voice.
Welcome back to DBL. For the past 2 years, we've been following Lexi Bader, a model who chose to amputate both of her legs. Well, today we're taking a look back to when her story came full circle. Watch.
We first met Lexi in 2019, a model at the height of her career who was carrying a big secret.
So the pain that I've been having in my legs have been causing me to hardly be able to walk. I can't snowboard. It hurts really bad to wear heels. I can't work. I can't drive. And it's just causing me excruciating pain.
Lexi has a rare nerve disease that causes crippling pain in her left foot.
I just have so much pain and it won't go away.
After more than a dozen unsuccessful surgeries to stop the pain, she chooses to amputate her left leg below the knee.
After 7 months of recovery and rehab, I'm now snowboarding and rock climbing, and I've done some runway shows, and I have no pain whatsoever. And it's the first time with no pain for probably about 6 to 7 years.
But in 2020, the pain moves to her right foot.
I'm having all of the same symptoms as I did for the previous years, and I still can't now walk, I can't snowboard, and I still now am stuck doing nothing.
The pain forces Lexi down the same path as before, and she amputates her remaining leg.
Realizing that there's just no feet. I'll never touch sand on my feet again, no one will touch any of my feet again, there's no feet ever again.
But never one to give up, Lexi fights back, pushing her new body to incredible limits.
Boom, boom.
In March of this year, DBL reveals a deserving surprise.
We reached out to our friends at Cherry Creek Fashion, and girl, they want to do a full spread on your story and put you on the cover of their summer issue.
Oh, look at my armpits!
So the whole idea behind Cherry Creek Fashion is that it's an inspirational magazine, and we do everything through the lens of fashion and style. And Lexi embodies all of these qualities. So I want every little girl and boy to look in the magazine and actually see themselves.
Day of the shoot, Lexi only seems to be nervous about one thing.
I am debating if I should bring heels or not. Haven't tried walking them at all. Don't know if I can stand up. I don't know if I can balance, let alone I don't know if I can walk.
Not shying away from a challenge, Lexi commits and struts.
Yes, stay right there. Let's go. Yeah. Just down with your hands to me. Yeah, please. Look at me. Stare into the camera for me.
To know that I could walk in the first pair of heels smoothly made me really happy, a little emotional. I felt super comfortable, super exciting, super happy the whole time. Wasn't in pain. It was great.
And we're done.
Talk about a champion, a warrior. Are you guys ready to see Lexi's cover?
Yes. We had it, yes.
Can you believe it's been 2 years? Just gotta say, she feels like family. Okay, so we've got the sneak peek from Cherry Creek Fashion. Let's see it.
Oh, I'm digging that look. I'm digging that look.
You know what that is? When your shoulders are forward, high fashion. When your shoulders are back, more swimsuit model-y. So she's got the high fashion going.
Okay.
You look like it.
No, yeah, just leave the segment
high
like that.
fashion.
There we go.
Maybe leave it to the pros.
Lexi definitely is the pro. Clearly, I am not. Lexi's next goal is running and snowboarding. So to our DBL Nation, if you want to help Lexi on her road back, check out her GoFundMe page. Good job, Lexi.
Great cover.
One more time.
We'll be right back.
Nation. My name is Jeff Schroeder, and I'm the host that's going to bring honesty to the panel. I think something most people might not know about me is that I actually met my wife on a reality show, and we've been together for 10 years and have 2 children now. What makes me different from the other hosts is I'll always try to see the other side. No matter what side I'm on, I want the audience to know that there is another side to the conversation and that I'm listening. The co-host that irritates me easily, Tori Shulman.
Was that the lamest thing I've ever?
I wanted to, yeah.
Sadly, no. What makes Daily Blast Live different from other shows is that we bring honest opinions in all different walks of life. DBL is real, DBL is raw, DBL is honest.
Welcome back to DBL. We love hearing from our viewers, but today we're going to hear what our viewers want to know about us. Uh-oh, Erica, this question is for you. Lindsay says, you always look so fantastic. How long does it take for you to get ready in the morning?
Well, thank you, Lindsay. Well, now we don't have any help, so about 2 hours because I never know what's going to happen. I never know.
Well, it's working.
Never know.
Works.
Thanks.
It works.
It really does. Jeff, this one's for you. Oh, here's my camera. Okay, Betty asks, what's the best gift you ever got from your wife, Jordan?
Wow. So
Ooh,
me and my
good
wife,
one.
for people who don't know quickly, we are on Big Brother. She won and bought me LASIK eye surgery.
Oh, you told me that's so great.
Yeah.
And what were you going to give her if you won?
Diamond earrings.
I thought it was an iPod.
It's a story for another time.
DBL's new every day. See you again, same time, same place. Bye, guys.